Yo, what up everybody? Welcome to Gameover Ent, and I know I am a day late and $1 short, but give me your ears for a second. So, will The Walking Dead Season 3 have multiplayer or crowd play? Now, what is crowd play? Just for everybody to be on the same level right here, I want to make sure everybody understands what I'm talking about. Crowd play is basically a democracy for your choices. Alright, so let's say for instance, you're playing The Walking Dead and you get the dialogue wheel comes up. The players who are watching you, like the people that are watching you, will be able to vote. And then whatever vote wins, whichever vote has a minority, would be the choice that the character selects. Or maybe like you have one of those life-threatening choices where one character lives and one character dies. The person that is chosen to live by the majority is the one who's going to live. So it's not like a majority wins case, but you got other people playing. Like you need to have at least 4 people to play. That's what they say here. Otherwise, the experience won't really work out too well. As of right now, this crowd play feature's only been confirmed for Batman the Telltale series, which is actually coming out with their first episode next week, August 2nd. If you guys want to check out gameplay for that, you know where to be, right here. Alright, but back on topic. There's a particular quote that Job actually stated in this article here, I'm going to have a link in the description, that basically kind of has me thinking that this is going to carry over to The Walking Dead Season 3 as well. Now from 2 to 2,000 people can help the player make decisions. We are now turning all Telltale games into a live interactive multiplayer experience. All Telltale games? Okay, that includes The Walking Dead as well. So I think this is very highly likely that this feature will make its way over into Clementine's and Javier's journey. This thing has been done before. I mean, as far as like this feature, because the way the crowd play works is that if you select this option on a Telltale game, for instance, they give you a URL, and everybody will put that URL into their tablet, their phones, their PC if they have one, their laptop, whatever. And then they can vote from there. They'll be registered inside the game, and only those people can actually vote. Okay, it's been done before with trivia games. I know there's a trivia game on the PC that does it, and it has a lot of questions and stuff. I've seen it before at movie theaters. Like if you get to the movies too early, they have this interactive game, trivia games and stuff, where if you win, you get free popcorn and free soda. It's pretty neat. And now Telltale's kind of doing their own thing with this. And to be honest, guys, I think that this is an awesome idea. I think this is a great idea, and I see a lot of potential to open the door to just a lot of things going on right here. Okay, so let me just talk about this, why I think this is a good idea. Even hearing about this idea makes me think that season 3 being accessible to new players who haven't played season 1 and season 2, I was very against that idea at first. Like, hey, if you played something titled season 3 of something, then you deserve not to know what's going on. But when you have this crowd play feature being implemented, and I kind of see what Telltale's trying to do with it, I gotta say it's not that bad. I really have changed my mind about it, because I think this can open the door for people who are not even into video games to get into video games at this point. Because one of the things that I constantly debate people over, like they tell me oh, this show has a good story, this anime has a good story, this movie has a good story. I'm telling you, this game has a good story, and they're like, psh, it's a game. I'm trying to tell these people, man, that games aren't the same way they were when I was a kid. Okay, these games have very complex characters, very intricate storylines, and very emotionally experiences sometimes. A lot of emotional experiences sometimes. So they don't believe me. So this crowd play will be something for someone to pick up who doesn't play video games and still get into the game. Some of these Telltale games could turn out to be great party games. Like I put Minecraft story mode in a room full of kids. They all whip out their smartphones. Smartphones look better than mine. Got me looking jealous in the corner. But yeah, they'll keep those kids busy. Playing Wolf Among Us. Some crazy thing like that in the middle of when you got a little kickback or get together going on, people be focusing on the game instead of instance watching the movie. They're actually getting into the game. I think the game is going to be a definitely more interactive experience than watching the movie is, because the players actually influence what happens in that experience. So that's why I think these crowd plays could be pretty big. And I've had a similar experience to that already in my own like little renegade crowd play with my family. Like I remember like I was trying to tell my cousin to play season 1 of The Walking Dead. He wasn't really feeling it because he's not really into video games. Now I played episode 1 for him. I played episode 1 for him. He watched and he's like, wow, this is pretty good. And by the time we got to episode 5, the whole family was crowded around making choices all together. Okay, like what should we do? And then it was just a crazy fun ride. Okay, and we did that also for 400 days. So me, my family, and my friends were all sitting around playing Walking Dead, basically in a mini crowd play feature. But having this actually implemented in the game would just make it even more interactive because people have their cell phones up, people be making their choices right there on the phone, and people want to be, screaming at the screen for what they wanted to do. So it just makes it that much more easier to like have that collaborated experience with other people at the same time while playing The Walking Dead. And this crowd play feature, it doesn't hurt nobody either. I mean, you can select it right in the beginning. If you want to do your own solo thing, you want that one-on-one experience, you got that. And now we just got that extra option of adding more people to the experience as well. And another thing I immediately thought of when I heard about this crowd play was using it on live streams. Okay guys, now I've actually done this before in my past. Like my past live streams, when I play in these second choices, and I don't give a damn what happens to the storyline, and I let everybody just choose in the comments. Okay, that'd be like the same thing as this crowd play is, letting people just choose in the comments, and majority wins will be manifested in the gameplay. Now of course they have that hurdle they need to get over for Twitch users and just all kind of live stream, because there is a delay. After like it takes 20 seconds from whatever I'm doing or whatever I'm seeing for the players to actually see it, and that's too much time of a gap between making choices in The Walking Dead. Your whole timer meter in the bottom will run out before players even see what's going on. Now to remedy that, there is a way you get around that, but it would kind of break and merge at the same time. What I normally do in my live streams, I pause the game and then get the choices out in the open and then see what people click, and then I continue the game after I get the whatever is agreed upon, what's gonna be the majority choice, and that's how I go on from there. So that's how I do mine, and I think that's how this could be implemented here. But even beyond live streaming, how I see this actually expanding and becoming even bigger than that. Telltale's done these crowd plays before at these gaming events, at these Comic Cons, but it could be even bigger than that. It doesn't have to be centered around a gaming convention. It can be just something like one night only in theaters the night before the game comes out. The Walking Dead season 3 episode 1 is going to premiere crowd play in a theater near you, one night only. I know I would go. You would meet other members who actually are fans of the same game you're a part of, so you can meet people like that. You can also get involved in some of these crowd play situations where I think could be pretty intense or pretty exciting. Like, can you imagine doing a crowd play choice where you have to choose between, like, season 1 episode 1, between Doug and Carly? And people getting upset like, I can't believe you killed Carly. Whatever choice wins and after it's all over. It'll be pretty crazy. Another choice out there that could be really interesting I see is season 2 episode 4, when you had a choice to leave Sarah behind in the trailer. Like, she wasn't cooperating. She was kind of lost her marbles at that point, and Clementine could have left her there to die. Like, if players actually left her there to die, the majority wins. Dude, Sarah fans would be lit. It would be a very interesting experience, man. Imagine Kenny versus Jane in theaters, man. That the season 2 episode 5 finale in theaters, bro. That would be awesome. That would be awesome as hell. The crowd play could potentially turn into a crowd fight, but no, I don't want that. That would be probably the quickest way to ruin an experience like this. But tell me if you guys can see what I'm talking about here. I'm like, right now I'm just imagining my comic section on some of my gameplays just coming to life in a theater near you. Like the things that people say in my comments would just be people actually saying these things in real life while making these choices during the game. That'll just be... Now we got to keep it civil now, because sometimes those comment sections can get pretty ugly, but I gotta say, for the most part on my channel, they're pretty decent people here, man. I gotta thank all my fans for that, man, for keeping it cool with me, man, even though I say some of the craziest things about The Walking Dead. No one's really cussed me out yet, so I just want to tell you guys thank you for that. Okay, keeping the comments clean and keeping everybody civil, man. We ain't gotta be each other throat like the rest of YouTube. We gonna stand outside of that, man. Let the gaming commence. What? Okay, no, I'm getting off topic big time. Let's get back on track here. If you guys can see what I'm talking about, if you can see the potential in something like this, then let me know in the comments down below. Kind of off topic, but another game I think would have been excellent as a crowd play experience with this type of mechanic would have been Until Dawn. Now I know the game is too long to play in a single sitting at a theater, but dude, having a crowd play feature in a horror element game where people can live or die based on the choices that the crowd makes would be epic, man. It would be crazy. It'd be crazy, man. Now I know I'm getting pretty hyped right now, but I gotta hit you with that dose of realism right now. So for Telltale to really do something like this, their game will have to be pretty big, I would have to say, and they will have to plan out their release dates a little bit more ahead of schedule than when they normally do. Usually they get the release dates out about maybe 2 weeks max before the episode actually released. So you gotta have something like that in order to do something like this in the theater really planned out, and the game will have to be big. I mean, Telltale is going to have to get bigger before something like this can probably really happen. And then you got to have someone actually there in the theater actually host the thing. Like someone has to volunteer or come through to host it. Like, get the players together and basically make the choices and do all the walking around and stuff like that. But shoot, if it ever went down, I'd be happy to host one of these things. Walk on stage and be like, "It's your boy, game over." Everybody be looking like, "Who the hell is this guy?" I was like, "Shit, I'm not big enough yet." I had to tell my fans, "Y'all better come through, man. Tell these people who I am. Don't make me look stupid on stage." Yes, I'm hallucinating. I know. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, man. Thumbs up the video if you did appreciate this, and that's all I gotta say. Have a good one. Game over. Out.